Famation, what's up? What's up? This is your girl, Steph, aka ED Nihastusa. Bye. Hold on. All right, family, and we are back into the zodiac reads. Let's get it. All right, so belief systems just came up here. We're gonna be in that getting into Virgo energy. You don't necessarily have to be a Virgo. We are all signs at the end of the day, right? And so this is just could possibly just be what Virgo energy is bringing to the collective. Virgos are more detailed. They focus on the details. So maybe this message is about you focusing on the details of your belief systems. Like maybe the past couple of days you have been it's been in question for you in a way that you may have fallen off the wagon in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Take a look at the Capricorn reading if that resonates with you. But anyway, let's get into the energy here. All right, so I'm using some new cards. Not new cards, I just hadn't used them in a very long time. So, two cards that were in the Capricorn read just came out, the alienness and the abandonment card. So, I would definitely say go take a look at that read. Okay. All right, so we have good intentions. And that's the thing. If you have fallen off the wagon or you feel like things aren't going in the way that you would want them to go, let's get clarifiers for each one of these cards, Spirit. Really search your heart. And if you have good intentions, then don't beat yourself up too much. I feel like in the Capricorn reading, the energy was that they were kind of beating themselves up because it's like I had this down, you know. But it's an initiation. A belief systems card just came out again. It's an initiation. There was something that before you went into your new paradigm, there was something that you needed to address. We have the masculine principle here as a side message. You know, the feminine principle card came out in the Capricorn read, and that spoke of this integrity card came out in the Capricorn read as well. So I definitely will say to go take a look at that. But the feminine principle card spoke about taking a more spiritual approach. So the opposite of that is you taking a more earthly approach, and this is a side message. Maybe could be the issue. Is you're focusing mainly on the 3D, excuse me, as an earth sign versus, excuse me, a more integrated view. And the Atlantean card did come out, and I do recall, if I recall correctly, the Atlantean card speaks about, moving out of a masculine energy. Yep, it says more masculine than feminine. This is all about scientific advancement. There's not a lot of emotions. It says the Atlantean card says they're coming out of cycle of polarity and war, darkness and sleep, becoming one, becoming more balanced with your spiritual identity. It says don't be discouraged about what you see around you. Release karmic patterns. Like I said, I feel like the Capricorn reading was all about releasing karmic patterns. I feel like it was brought up, they fell, and it's like, oh shit, damn, I thought I had this. I didn't. I didn't have it as you may have it, but you didn't have it as strong as you thought you did, But it says continue spiritual work. Face yourself. This is some real ass shit. Era of moving away from spirit and nature. The Atlantean era was, but this is saying we need to move. We need to have that balance. We need to get back to nature. We need to get back to spirit. Not focus so much on scientific development, but making sure we integrate the science and the spiritual. It says healing, but with tremendous conflict. So again, and then this is coming out underneath the belief systems, which came out underneath fusion and magic. We hadn't even got there, but you know, this I feel like this was definitely a test to your belief systems, a test to your belief in magic. Like you may have been working in magic and doing your little things to overcome, but you know fell off the wagon a little bit, but that's okay. You had good intentions, but you're away showing how to walk in integrity even after those good intentions, even though you may have fallen. The way you handle it is going to reverberate the details of it. Virgo, the details is going to reverberate throughout the collective, whether anyone else hears your story or not. But it does say creative communication. The lessons that you learned from this situation, I feel like you're going to creatively find a way to communicate that through two people and to provide them with the healing knowledge, whether it be through song, because we had the power of sound come out in the Capricorn read. So it may be through song, you know, just could be public speaking, could be your YouTube channel, whatever. But you're going to find a way to creatively communicate this to the collective as it has been communicated to you via your spiritual journey. The new consciousness card is here underneath the creative communication. You're going to creatively communicate this new consciousness that you have. And then we have dream time and awakening. And you're going to help to awaken people. Spirit guide, your spirit guide in dreams. It says connection with Sirius and whales. It says connect with whales. So you may need to listen with the power of sound card coming out in the Capricorn read. I think there's some whale videos here on YouTube that you can play the sounds of the whales and the dolphins. It says consciousness before sleep. It says connect with whale consciousness before sleep to break free from illusions and begin to awaken. So tonight when you go to sleep, play some those whale sounds. It says need to see clearly to move to the next level. So if there was a fall, you know what I'm saying, this was just something you needed to go through so that you can see clearly, so that you can go to the next level. We have the alienness card. Maybe you're feeling alone, through this fall. You had good intentions. Things may have fallen, did not go the way you wanted it to, but now this is a time for you to be a way shower, to show how to really handle this with integrity. The alienness card says embrace your uniqueness and celebrate it. It says more integration in this reality. Embrace all parts of yourself. Sense of aloneness that keeps you from connecting to life on earth. It says don't fear or be ashamed. Engage more on earth. So, be more open no matter how afraid you are to do that, because you feel like you're going to be abandoned, you know. And maybe someone abandoned you because of your uniqueness and but the thing is, you're protected and you're covered because we have the black lead pattern here. And the Black League is the Orion secret society that fights negative forms. You know, don't let your uniqueness or people making fun of your uniqueness to further your polarity. We're integrating. We're going into the energy of oneness. Exactly. It says view reality in a more unified field versus good or bad, or the equal value philosophy we spoke about in the Capricorn reading as well. The Black League is a major force for inspiration and hope. This is a shift away from light and dark. And this, I just spoke about the equal value philosophy, and it says here all manifestation is equal, you know, and a valuable part, I want to say, of your evolution. And then the card coming out to clarify that is the ultimate evolution. You embracing your alienness, your uniqueness, is going to be the ultimate evolution. Like, don't shy away from it. Be your whole self, you know, and set up healthy boundaries. Like, like I said in the past, there were maybe some red flags that you ignored. It says, I mean, this came out in the Capricorn reading. It says, warning, do not dismiss the red flags. And before, you didn't dismiss it. You were gung ho. But, you know, sometimes it don't be going the way you wanted it to go. So, but it's the ultimate evolution here. It says your fears and your challenges are behind you. You are enlightened. The situation has enlightened you. And in this, you're going to accelerate your evolution by activating clear sight. You had to go through a certain situation to get the clear sight that you needed and the self acceptance that you needed. The process has already begun. And like I said, in the Capricorn read, it has initiation and ceremony. And this is an initiation for you as you are shifting into your new paradigm. It says seeing issues clearly, avoiding and not looking away. Really facing it and surrendering to the process of owning your presence leads to the ability to give and receive infinite amounts of unconditional love. Oh my gosh. Unconditional love card came out in the Capricorn read. This is just a continuation, I feel. And it's just a full message at the end of the day. It's not separate. Again, that this is us looking at things from a more unified field that, like the Black League pattern card spoke about. Again, this is a league that is a secret society on Orion that fights negative forces. Negative forces seek to divide. Dividing is that polarity energy. We need to get into the energy of oneness, a unified field. We are not separate from those other people that we feel, those karmics. They're part of the unified field. That's why your healing is so important, because your energy is connected to them in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Period. It just is. So you do what you need to do. Make sure you set up those healthy boundaries. Love them. It's unconditional love. You still love them, but you still have to have unconditional. Show that unconditional love for yourself, and say what you mean and mean what you say. Wow. And then it's ultimate evolution of receiving this clear sight, of being able to not avoid and look away, but really surrender to the process and own your presence. Gives you the ability to receive and give infinite amounts of unconditional love. Helps to reinforce the magic in your life, to really enforce the fusion of magic in your life, to enforce your belief systems. A situation may have came up that made you feel like you were in illusion, made you doubt your belief systems. But no, that you're a pure consciousness. And sometimes our belief systems can obstruct our growth. It says belief systems is constructs of ego rather than universal truths. We need to walk in universal truths. Perhaps our spiritual journey had restarted operating in ego and arrogance more than natural humility. And in that we can see our common ground with those people that we thought like, oh, you're not on the spiritual journey, you don't believe this, you don't believe that. Unified field, baby. You you may have thought you were doing something, but you were really being part of the negative forces. You're really being part of the polarization that is here on earth. And the only way we can evolve as a species is to integrate and to become one and to understand that unified field that we all are on. It says you're a pure consciousness. This is usually these belief systems usually form unconsciously. So don't beat yourself up about it. Don't beat yourself up about it. It says keeps us feeling safe. An attachment to certain belief systems keeps us in opposition. It says, do others' belief systems affect me? How do my belief systems keep me stuck and hurt others? So this is, you needed to awaken to that. And then we have that Atlantean era card in which it is, we read that at the beginning of the reading. We're moving away from, a masculine energy of just being polarized in masculine energy to integrating, the spiritual side, not just the scientific side, not being rigid in belief systems, but opening up and moving towards integrating spirit and nature versus just being in a scientific lab, you know, with theories and things, but really embracing the the nature, embracing spirit. And this healing comes with it can come with tremendous conflict, facing your rigid belief systems, like it's just the comparison, or of the fusion and fusing anyway magic with rigid belief systems. It's like those two ends of the range, the oh my god, it's not coming to me, spectrum, and finding that middle ground. This that couldn't be There couldn't be two better cards to come out to really explain this Atlantean era, you know, which speaks about moving back to spirit and nature, which is the fusion and magic, and not being so stuck in the scientific part of things, which is could be belief systems in which we come up, that we gain unconsciously, even when it comes to society and how it should work. And so, the masses are, perhaps facing this energy of abandonment because things, things, the paradigm is shifting. So a lot of people may feel the desperation, but we are called to be the mentors because we have that detailed Virgo, the detailed, a more detailed view and understanding because we perhaps have been on this spiritual journey for a while. So we are being challenged. We have been smacked us upside the head, as perhaps through through an abandonment feeling that we have felt. Maybe because, again, Valentine's Day was yesterday, and it may have awakened, like I said, some karmic patterns that showed us, hey, you're not completely healed in the way that you thought you were. You may have been walking around with a little bit of arrogance, and we got to knock you down off that pedestal that you don't put yourself on. Equal value philosophy. No one is better. All things, all beings are equal. Period. You know. So we have spiritual technology, primal fear, and confusion. And so I feel like that's the thing when it comes to spiritual technology. That can be those spiritual tools that you have based, that you have grown, and that you have used, you know, up to this point, and now you had to use them to build yourself back up. Hence the reason why you will be able to possibly to be a mentor to people. But you got to understand that when you try to teach people these things, it's going to invoke a primal fear in them, in a confusion, because of the belief systems that they have, you know, adopted unconsciously, because it's been taught to them ever since they were a child. So know that, again, like what the Atlantean era card said, this is a healing, but with tremendous conflict. There's going to be tremendous conflict in with the side message masculine principle, a tremendous conflict in the collective releasing this masculine principle. That science, releasing that science and allowing spirit back in. The Capricorn reading had the Lemurian era card. And remember, Capricorns are the cardinal signs, they lead the way. And so the Lemurian card spoke about moving from spoke about embracing more of the feminine principle, which is more of the spiritual approach, moving from the masculine to a more feminine approach, a more feminine energy, right? So, again, Virgos, you got the details. We need to focus on the details. Let's help people to embrace their uniqueness. Let's help people to break out of, these old belief systems. Let's help people to see how belief systems can affect and perhaps hurt others and keep even themselves stuck, and help them to be able to infuse the magic of spirituality, the magic of spiritual technology into their lives. It says adept, which is like a master, at using slash creating spiritual technologies, which is crystals, wands, sacred geometry, and so on, to enhance spiritual experiences or cleaning energy in a home or healing someone. Like there's primal fear is going to be primal fear and confusion is going to be is going to arise in people when you try to teach them these things. But it has to be done. It has to be done. Don't allow the masses to make you abandon the tools. Hopefully when you went through this energy of abandonment and desperation, that you didn't fold for and completely give up on your spiritual journey. That you allowed spirit to help you remember all the work that you've done, and you picked yourself back up. Like I said, it's with the prodigal son story, it's not about the fall, but how long you stay down. And recognize your progress. Again, you have good intentions. You have integrity and way showing. You are here to show people the way. It says lead from the heart, the way showing cards. Lead from the heart and from clear sense of inner direction aligned with universal consciousness. Maybe conflicted about being a leader. Look at that. Maybe conflicted about being a leader and want to stay hid, or staying hidden. It says release karmic pattern. No longer fear being a leader or way shower. You don't have to do anything to lead. Just being is enough. Like I said, it's about how you handle the situation, because your vibration affects the collective, whether you know it or not. Enlightened, serious consciousness. To evolve, have to heal one, ones to evolve, have to heal one of your deepest fears. Heal one of the deepest fears, which is to lead. Don't be afraid to lead. You may have resisted this role, but it's part of your spiritual path. This is what the way showing card says here, and it's one of the first cards that came out. It came out under good intentions. Then it was way showing, and then it was integrity. Keep walking in integrity. That's all you have to do. It's just be. Like it says here, you don't have to do anything to lead. Just being is enough. You resisted this role, but it's part of your spiritual path. Accept with gratitude for being allowed to be of service. You're going to be of service. Be grateful for being of service. Lead by example. Integrity is even written on this card, and the integrity card came out with this one. It says integrity, impeccability, responsibility, and authenticity. Really embrace again your alienness, your uniqueness. The alienness card, like I said, embrace your uniqueness, celebrate it, and engage more on earth. Don't be afraid, because that's how you lead. Like I said, you don't have to do anything to lead, but just be. Creatively share the new consciousness, any new consciousness that you may receive. Creatively share it through, like I said, music or whatever, that's going to help people to fuse in the magic with the belief systems that they already have, to be able to really clearly see if it's serving them or not. And like I said, it's not going to come without what it says here, tremendous conflict. It's not going to occur without tremendous conflict. They're going to feel the abandonment. They're going to feel the desperation, But you got to be the mentor. Lead by example. The abandonment card says abandonment issues. This come back from the beginning of time. Abandonment issues from when the ETs left Earth. It left human beings feeling we had no role models or parents to guide. It's like that role model energy. So I'm just saying that energy of abandonment is deep within our DNA. It says, with that abandonment, we experienced anger, sadness, and self-pity. And people may experience that. They may go into desperation when they begin to abandon those old belief systems. But like I said, be that mentor and help them with the fusion of magic into their lives. It says help through evolutionary challenges. The collective is going to be going through evolutionary challenges. It says eventually humankind will be mentors to lesser evolved species. Spiritually mentor without force. It says you were a leader in your past life. Trust in your ability to help even if you feel you don't know how. Let your work and deeds come from the heart. That's all you need. It says human ET mentor. It's funny that this came out with the abandonment card, which spoke about the ETs when they left. And it's basically saying that we're going to be taking their place, and we're going to have to, help even lesser species evolve. And again, that kind of goes back to that equal value philosophy. We were once in their place. We're all equal. Eventually, we're going to mentor them and they're going to have to maybe mentor the next species that come along. It says become mentor apprentice relationship is the most sacred and enriching. Whew. So you may have some encounters with ETs, because they mentoring you, getting you ready to mentor the next species again. And that came, and this came out above this spiritual technology, primal fear and confusion. Of course, it may make a lot of people fearful and confused. But the confusion comes on the confusion card. It says here attachment to things, ideas, and ways of being that hinder your growth. Whew. Distracted by by phenomenon, by phenomenons, whether positive or negative. Confusion is when you accept illusions as truth. And the primal fear here says confront deepest fears. It says walk into the unknown and face what you fear most. Be that leader. Talk that talk of spiritual technology. All of this is coming out with the spiritual technology. You may be fearful of speaking about spiritual technology like crystals and wands, sacred geometry, and all of those things that help to enhance the spiritual experiences and help people to heal themselves, helps people to cleanse the energy in their homes. But be sure not to become dependent on these objects. And that's what part of being the mentor you're going to have to do as well. Help people not to be dependent on these objects. Believe in your own inner power. Help people to believe in their own inner power. Don't allow tools to become a distraction. Do the inner work for spiritual transcendence. These tools just help, so that we have to make sure that we are teaching the collective those things, helping them again to not become dependent. The bottom of the deck is common ground and self-observance. It's the details again with what we've been through. If we truly observed ourselves, we can see the common ground between us and the collective, which will help us to embrace that equal value philosophy. It says marriage of two different themes in life. It says hard time making decisions, integrate them. Patience, creativity, commit to the process. So we have to constantly observe ourselves, make sure we're not getting too arrogant, and that we are, stay in the energy of good intentions as we show people how to walk in integrity. Make sure we need to include that in our creative communications. This new consciousness, this is going to be new consciousness for a lot of people. It may not be new consciousness for you, but it's going to be new consciousness for a lot of people. We have faith, and we have wild and whole in the soul. Right? So we need to have faith in these wild people, that we can help them to heal the holes in their souls. This magic, the fusion of magic into their life is going to be wild to them, and they're going to be confused as they, are forced to abandon their belief system. They're going to be in this energy of desperation, but, they have to see that, it's really a hole in their soul. We need to help them to fill that hole in their soul with the I am presence. And this Archangel Michael. So even knowing the archangels can be part of spiritual technology along with the crystals. And speaking of, let me just put this up here to give y'all some of this good energy, selenite energy, and I need it for myself. But, part of the spiritual tools with the crystals and the wands and, the sage and the resins, the spiritual bath, the rituals, the writing and burning rituals and things like that. All those are spiritual technology and tools that, we may have to help teach the people, but to heal the holes in their souls, to really embrace the I am presence. And we have to have mercy. We have to give them mercy just like we want the mercy we wanted to receive. And in giving that mercy, that will give them the inspiration to really go and dig deep. The inspiration to dig deep into this divine intelligence that we are sharing with them. It's healing that comes with tremendous conflict. Don't fall back because of the resistance that you may feel. Let me read off the archangel. So we have Metatron here twice with the mercy and the divine intelligence card, and the inspiration card is Archangel Gabriel. And of course, I already mentioned Michael, with Archangel Michael with the I Am Presence card. So yeah, these galactic cards always, they be going deep, honey. Deep. You hear me? I just saw the rejection card and then cycles on the bottom of the deck. You're gonna experience some rejection. Just keep, like I said, walking integrity. Always sow good intentions into your creative communications as you share this, new consciousness to help people to awaken. You may even experience some spirit guides in your dreams. Take notes because they're preparing you. They'll be preparing you to help you embrace your uniqueness, embrace your alienness, to help you fight against negative forces, because we're the negative forces that try to hinder the ultimate evolution, which is that fusion of magic into, this 3D area, moving from that masculine to a more feminine energy, but more so finding that middle ground and just integrating the two in a healthy way. But you know how men can get with, like I said, masculine principle was like the side message here. All right, so let's get. All right, we have selling out, pride, and integrity. Okay, on the have faith. A lot of people may feel in them embracing, this new way is them selling out, and they may become wild with pride and maybe trying to condemn you, but you can use that opportunity to show them that that's a hole in their soul in a way. Either way, you keep walking in integrity, because integrity came out again with Archangel Haniel, Hanael, integrity card. You make sure you hold on to your integrity as you try to help these people heal the hole in their soul, because there is the abandonment issues and desperation is going to come up and come out. You got to stand strong. You got to stand strong. You may even face some fear and confusion, but hold on to your, use your spiritual technology. Make sure you employ your tools, but remember not to become too dependent on those objects. Believe in your own inner power. Don't allow these tools to become a distraction. Do the inner work for your own spiritual transcendence. Do the inner work for spiritual transcendence. Bottom of the deck, though, is abundance. So for the most part, this reading, in my opinion, the message has been for the collective. But now with these last 3 cards, I feel like Spirit want to hone in on this. And we have the soulmate card, romance and cycles. With soulmate and romance coming out, I feel like Spirit wants to bring out the fact that you've had good intentions with your soulmate and tried to show them the way and walk in integrity. You had faith in them, you know, but you may feel like they sold you out. But you have to recognize that they were in this energy. They're going through that paradigm shift. You know, they may feel this alienness and they hadn't really found a way to really embrace it. They may have had their mask on. And in doing so, and not really understanding it and not really wanting to really embrace you, they were wild and very prideful, you know, in their romantic relationship with you. Again, because you went against all of their belief systems, you pulled off their mask. They know and they feel within themselves that you see through their mask. And that's the reason they may act out and may have acted prideful, you know. Maybe didn't give you anything for Valentine's Day, since we are on the tail end of Valentine's. Your soulmate may not have done that for you, you know. But you continue to walk in integrity, you know. That's the hole in their soul that they have. But you got to be the mentor. You, again, keep good intentions, way showing. You are a way shower. Continue to walk in integrity to help them heal the hole in their soul, so they may, you know, do the same. Lead by example, like the being the mentor card says, and even the way showing card here. You know, they are really, they're in desperation. They're kind of desperate in a way because of feelings of abandonment. But you know, they've abandoned themselves in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But you know, you are here to help them to achieve the ultimate evolution, to overcome the pride and this wild energy, to help them to really get to their core belief systems and challenge it, and to begin to infuse magic into their lives instead of being so rigid like the energies of the Atlantean era, helping them to move into a more feminine approach. Regret came out over the soulmate card. It literally says, someone feels remorse for the way they treated you. They didn't walk in integrity. But play hard. We have play hard. Find time to laugh, goof off, and enjoy each other. Or enjoy yourself. You know, kind of showing that unconditional love in a way. Um, and helping them to infuse magic in their life, perhaps. But it does say retreat. It says time alone or in nature will help you recharge. But I think this play hard, they regret for the way they treated you. They were playing hard. They were fine. They were laughing and goofing off when they should have been really, you know, showing you attention. And so they may be in the energy of retreat as they address this hole in their soul, and then the integrity, really seeing the cycles, because I feel like them playing hard left them in the energy of abandonment, desperation. You know, they wanted someone, they may have, they have regret for the way and remorse for the way they treated you, because they may have went somewhere else and gave their energy to another place. Soulmate just came out on top of the, in the same row with the other soulmate card. I feel like you are their soulmate, perhaps. It says your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you unconditionally, though they may not show it, because we have the regret here. They regret the way they treated you. Look, denial. They're in denial. They're playing. This denial card came out on top of play hard. They playing hard. They think they want to be a player. They think they want to be out here doing this, that, and the third. But all along, they know you are their soulmate, and they are retreating. I feel like they are retreating. It says denial, detached with love to clearly see the truth. They're playing hard, and perhaps you're going to detach with love. Way shower. You have good intentions. You're showing you're detaching with love. You have good intentions, and you're just gonna, you know, walk with integrity. Detaching with love is integrity, integritous, if that's even a word. And as you retreat, know the support card came out underneath retreat. It says lean on your inner circle at this time, on your spirit guides, on your, lean in on your spiritual practices. Go out into nature. Go out into nature and recharge as well. I'm going to get one more roll. Then we have rejection here. Like I said, and this is coming out over the soulmate and the regret card. They may have rejected you, but know that this rejection is actually divine protection. You just continue to lead by example. There's nothing you have to do but just be. This person sees, and then look, apology. So you may be receiving an apology. It says you can expect the apology you want to hear. Excuse me. Yep, it came out. Twin flame. Says this is a divine counterpart connection. Bottom of the deck. Come on. Vulnerability. Again, these people facing these, their belief system is breaking up. It leaves them in a vulnerable place. She says you can be completely open with this person. I feel like perhaps they are breaking down to the point where you can be completely open with. I feel like you don't mind that now because the situation has already kind of broken you and you've built yourself back up, and so you're seeing things clearly, and you don't really care anymore. You're just being your true and authentic self, like the way showing card says, and you walking in integrity. You've always had good intentions, right? So you're just gonna, communicate creatively this new consciousness you have. And I feel like this vulnerability card is more for the masculine principle, this masculine energy. He's going to find that common ground, perhaps in being in more of the feminine energy, embracing more of the spiritual approach. And again, there may be an apology here, because for them being in denial, you know. And with all the pain and hurt that you've experienced from them, hell, you may retreat. But you're going to get the support you need, perhaps, to realize that this is your twin flame. This coming out over hole in the soul and cycles, Maybe this person realizing the hole in their soul is coming from them repeating the cycle of playing hard and denying, wanting to be, player, stuck in this rigid masculine view of things and not really bringing in that feminine energy. But again, the Black League pattern is here. They're here to fight the negative forces and bring about the ultimate evolution. We have the play hard, denial, and apology card came out in the same row of ultimate evolution. Everything happens for a reason. So it's just, again, with the retreat card, time alone or in nature will help you recharge. Lean on your inner circle during this time. So just let them do them. If that's the thing, I feel like they're gonna come to you. And it's gonna be scary for them. Primal fear is like their deepest fears, because they've been so attached to playing hard and being in denial. They've been so attached to being in this, having that false mask of the way masculine is supposed to be, a player. So they're going through a lot of confusion at this time, because they ain't really walked in integrity for real when it came to a relationship. But this is the turn that the reading has taken with the soulmate card coming out twice and the twin flame card coming out. Let me see what's underneath this vulnerability. And then the longing card. So someone is secretly yearning for you. So, but the bottom of the deck does say your Archangel Uriel, abundance. And then underneath that is transmutation, the Archangel Michael. So maybe you need to call on Archangel Michael to help transmute whatever energy that still needs to be turned into good. But yeah, so I'm going to end it here. And I'm going to go out, give me some time in nature before it gets too dark outside. And I'll probably come back in and do some more of the zodiac reads. But I feel like this is more of a collective read, more collective reads. But again, if we are going from the mind frame of oneness, of being in a unified field, it's probably still good to do the zodiac reads because it gives specific orders, to a part of us. Each zodiac sign is just like a different part of the body, and it has its orders and things that it must do. You feel me? Like, cause where's my little thing here? Each zodiac sign is a part of the body, and I have a little thing that clarifies that. I think Capricorn is like the knees. Let me just pull this out. Where is it? This one. These are more like the shock. Here we go. So the Aries is the head and the face. Gemini is the arms and the lungs. Taurus is the neck and throat. Leo is the heart and the back. Cancer is the breast and the stomach. Libra is the kidneys and the adrenal glands. Virgo is the intestines. The Scorpio is the gonads, or reproductive systems. Sagittarius is thighs. Capricorn is the knees. Aquarius is the legs and blood. And Pisces is the feet. So got an eyelash just stuck on the side of it. But yeah, like I said, you can't have a body without what's Virgo. Can't have a body and operate without intestines. The fuck? And just like Capricorn was the last reading, you're not gonna. Well, you can't exist without intestines. But there's people that don't have legs. Now that I think about it, so they don't have knees or feet. I don't know. But I think you catch my drift in a way, perhaps. But this is the image in which the universe was made. It says the 12 signs of the zodiac corresponds to the 12 parts of the grand man in the image of which the universe was made. So I would say this is more like the 12 signs constitute every part of the universe. I don't have enough knowledge to really go deeper in on that analogy. But anyway, I think you catch the energy. All right, family, that's what I have for you. I hope it helped in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I love you all, and until next time.